And welcome back to some more Fate Extra. It's snowing. Well, actually, it's already snowed here in Georgia. So, yay! For anyone that doesn't know, it rarely snows where I live. And this morning I woke up, and there was snow on the ground, which is a rare surprise. So I'm in a pretty good mood, because I actually got to see snow. So, last week, we got all the way up. I think we pretty much just have to talk to Kodamine. I didn't watch the videos from last week, or I didn't rewatch them. To see what the actual thing was, but I'm pretty sure all we have to do now is go ahead and start. I'm pretty sure we're fighting Alice here. Apparently this is like the easiest fight ever. That being said, after this is when we have a choice point. So I actually do have a guide, technically, for this part, just because I want to make sure we get on Ren's route. So, it also just happens to have like a boss guide, so I'm going to be following this one. Apparently it's pretty easy to do though, so we'll see how that goes. We will go ahead and continue for easy boss fight. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Oh yeah, we were just at the commissary. I had some mapu tofu. Everything's good there. We'll go ahead and go to the first floor. I'm going to do a quick item check. Oh, plenty of items. We've got the Exorcist Blade on that one. So there's that. And let us go ahead. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm going to do one quick check up on floor 2 to make sure our servant doesn't have anything. Although I doubt she will. Oh, well, she says speak, but I don't think it's going to have anything. Yeah. Alright, leave. So, it is time. Finally. So, let me go ahead. We're going to go to the first floor. We are going to talk to our priest brother. Not really our brother. And I don't think we're getting, like, skill points. I'm not too concerned. Even if we do, but I think we did all that stuff last time. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Open that gate! The way to the Colosseum is open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. Which is unfortunate. Yay, trigger! Another trigger! Double trigger! Door open. And it turns into an elevator. Ooh, cutscene. Well, not really a cutscene. Just us walking to an elevator. Does it do that every time? I can't remember. I feel like it's been so long since we've done one of these. Yay, playtime again. What do you want to play today? Hide and seek, tag, or house? We're gonna play tag. You like tag? Alice wants to play hide and seek. Alice is the best ever at hiding. Also, that walk they're doing, where they're like walking in opposite circles or whatever, is just creepy. Also, I have to point out, their walk cycle animation is really janky. Especially actual nursery rhyme Alice. Even from the lady? Yeah, even from the lady. Yeah, we're really good at hiding from people. The lady wouldn't ever find us, even if the lady looked really, really hard. And then we're gonna cut her off. We're gonna cut her head off when she's looking for us. Are we really? Because anyone who's bad at game gets their head cuts off. That is the rule in Wonderland, remember? But we can't do that and hide at the same time. Right, because if no one finds us, we'll be lonely. We'd be real lonely. So we'll just beat up the lady if she can't find us. I'd rather you not cut my head off. I need that. Don't get in the way. I'm not talking about you right now, lady. Yep, Alice is talking to Alice right now. That's right, Alice only talks to Alice. I thought you were the same as us, the exact same as us. I thought Alice wasn't going to be lonely anymore. If you don't like me, then I don't need you, lady. Alice is the only Alice needs. She's the only Alice for Alice. Aliceception. You're not my Alice, lady. I don't need you anymore, lady. You're in the way now. What big girls. Deciding matters on their own. Still, I always enjoy watching their harmonious accord. I can't help but feel sorry for them. Their brilliance is but the sparkle of dreams escaping a corpse. But if you won't play with us, just this one time I'll play with you, lady. You're so nice, Alice. Then Alice will play with the lady too. Let's have a lot of fun. Don't run away again, Kay? I don't want to get hurt, Alice. Alice doesn't like getting hurt either. Yes, Alice knows all about being hurt and lonely. Alice hates it so much. But Alice doesn't remember what being hurt was like, because that was a long time ago. That's because it's been forever since Alice hurt all the time. So Alice doesn't really need to know much about the hurty feeling anymore. You understand that, lady, don't you? Because you are a lot like Alice. See? So even though you're not only Alice for Alice, we can have fun together today, lady. Elevator! The elevator vibrates to a halt. We're there. Unfortunately, it's time we have to murder children. Wow, I jam out to this music. Alice wants you to thank you for playing lots and lots this week. Alice had so much fun. Uh-huh, we haven't had so much fun in a long, long time. Alice is happy and says thank you too. But we're all done playing with you now, lady. Alice wants to play with just Alice now. I don't need you anymore, lady. I'm gonna miss you, but it's time to say bye-bye. What do we say next? You forgot already? It goes like this. Now, good Tom Thumb, your work is done. The tale is at its end. May dreams of dark embrace your heart. Night's curtain does descend. With great mirth, I'll cut off your head. Life from your body rend. Indeed, all tales must end. Master, you're a sweet person. I know you've grown attached to these girls somewhat, but life rests on the precipice of death. Shall I make that fatal tension even more exquisite? Battle time. I love this music. Live or die by the sword. I didn't read what it said. Matrix level E. Man, having a god here makes this fight almost a joke, it seems. Ow. Essentially, apparently Alice does some kind of like weird time loop if this goes on for too long on her skills, which is why you stun her on those. It hurts me on the inside hearing her scream. Yay! We win, unfortunately, in a sense. That was a very easy fight. A lot easier than I thought it would be. I guess it's because of this, having a guy here, so you can predict the attacks instantly. Huh? We're disappearing? Oh, it's over already. Why? Servant Alice finally grasps her master Alice's hand. They cling to each other, their voices plaintive. Alice was alone for so long. Nobody noticed me. I had no home. I was sad for a long, long time. Then Alice found Alice to belong to. We were so happy. We even had a home. That was all we needed. Forever and ever. Just like this. That was all we needed. Why does it gotta end? Why did they take our happiness away? Why? Shh. It's okay. Alice gives a small smile. Poor Alice. Alice already knew everything would go bye-bye. I don't remember very well, but I'm probably already dead. My body isn't in that hospital anymore. Alice is like a box with nothing inside of it. There wasn't ever anything there since the beginning. Yep, even back in the hospital, there was no Alice left inside Alice. No one noticed Alice. It was alone. It hurt. No one treated Alice like a person. It was the same after Alice came to Wonderland too. Alice was so alone. That's why I know that my home here and my Alice will all go far away soon. But lady, you cared about Alice, didn't you? Of course. Alice is a good girl. Uh-huh. You always paid attention to Alice, lady. It's because you really like Alice, lady, except you still have a real place to go home to somewhere. Thank you, Alice, for being my friend, for always, always being with me. Poor Alice. And thank you, Alice, for seeing Alice, for playing with Alice. Weren't you two laying on the ground just then? I really wanted to play a little more, but bye-bye. With a sound like a crumbling sugar, Alice glitters for a moment, and then she's gone. I am a reflection. This time I was Alice in the looking glass. Even if I'm summoned in the next war, I won't be the Alice I am now. I'm always someone's fanciful creation. The real Alice is a mystery, but being Alice's servant made me happy. Right before she crumbles away, a single drop falls from her eyes. Why am I crying? When I know that even if I cry, I'll never be the real thing. Poor Alice. This just makes me feel even worse for her. Oh, look, her ribbon. Oh, the ribbon's gone. The licorice girl chases after her sweet master. I should be used to the harsh rules of the Holy Grail War by now, but I can't desensitize myself. If this is natural, then this system is twisted at its core. And so the girl disappeared. I didn't wish for her to die, but I didn't wish for anything. But I still led her to her death. This is the third death I've caused. The rules of the Holy Grail War demand that I kill. But that girl will never see another day because of me. The guilt weighs heavily on my soul. You are lamenting over the death of your opponent. A warm, caring voice breaks through my gloom. I can't remember what Leo's voice was. I'm going to be real. The loss of life is a sad affair, especially if it's a consequence of the ruthlessness of war. Ruthlessness? I think pointlessness would be more accurate. Point taken. However, you fight because you have no other choice. You either kill or die. There is no mercy to be found in war, and the sadness of causing death is still there. But humanity dreams of the Holy Grail's power. They entrust their hopes to a higher power. They do this because they know that they aren't capable of doing what is best for all. More so than death, this fact is what saddens me the most, said Leo. That's really pathetic. People who can't save themselves and us who are already damned. These words ring of someone who sees himself as savior of the world in chaos. Wait before you pass judgment. I was born and raised to be king of the world. I'll remember your grief and her pain, so that one day, none will have to die for nothing. I have joined this battle in order to end the world's cycle of suffering and deprivation. Once control is restored, I can put an end to the conflicts brought on by sacredity and want. Isn't that what you desire? For your grief and her death to have meaning? In a perfect society, all people must be equal. To save the world, there must be equilibrium. Though his ideas are poison, there is seductiveness to his words that is hard to ignore. Or maybe his ideas are what's needed to heal a fractured world. The boy's oddly comforting voice lifts my spirits, which had sunk after Alice's death. What a way to comfort someone. This person's totally clueless. Being bombastic helps nothing. Suddenly, forcing her way into the conversation was none other than Reen. The unrestrained hatred in her voice perfectly matches the animosity of her expression. I overheard your little spiel. It's what I expected from the plurocrat Haraway family. I care about all. I wish for nothing more than to see a world where everyone has their place. And of course that place is under your rule, with you deciding who lives and who dies, correct? Your world is a place where you alone decide whether a child is to be fed or left to starve. Where a person's entire life is dictated by the whims of a Haraway family desires. However, you are not a god. That's right, you are not a god. If you want to live as you do now, forever, go ahead, I don't care. But for me, I can't and will not accept things as they currently are now. If you wish to build a country dominated by this saints, fine, but just leave humanity out of it. So my information about you being a potential insurgent was correct after all, Miss Tosaka. You assume I don't understand your position, and that you're wrong. However, you need to realize the efficient distribution of resource dependent on a proper management. I can assure you that my family has no plans to stockpile gods or goods for financial gain. Yes, stockpile gods for financial gain. Once you see how we rule, you will understand our grand design for the well-being of humanity. I'm aware of the Haraway plan for prosperity. Everyone in their place, with no place for dissent. A paradise based on stasis and class and mobility. No change, no hope of a better future. Stability at the expense of hope and joy. A world where people don't live, only merely exist. Sounds miserable. I mock anyone who chooses that path. Living as merely one of the flock doesn't appeal to me. Miss Tosaka, that is because you have an inherent strength that the masses lack. Perhaps it is good to feel that you're in a fight to preserve your very existence. However, would you wish for all of mankind to suddenly be given the same strength? I mean, that is to say, of course you wouldn't. You are all too aware of your selfishness and your pride. Because of that, you couldn't share pain with those without the strength to bear it. I could and would. I'm not as soft-hearted as you make me out to be. Is that so? You will always help those in need. Your compassion will lead you to your defeat. What did you say? Joy is ephemeral. In order to save humanity, you must first be willing to let them die. The world needs a strong leader, Miss Tosaka. And once I gain the power of the Holy Grail, press X for doubt for that happening. I'll be the one true king, and my virtue will illuminate the darkness that engulfs the world. The European plurocrats control 30% of the world, and none have voiced their discontent. Opposition to our rule comes from outside the farm. To expand on your analogy a little, in short, either join the flock or be slaughtered. Our current view is that the population of Asia or of the Asian regions are expandable. Of course, we have plans to integrate the region should they choose to support our aims. To think we agree on something. Okay, I understand perfectly now. What exactly do you understand? That I was right entering the Holy Grail War this time around. So, Leo, heir apparent to the head of the plurocrat Haraway family, I swear to you that I will crush your delusions of genocide and despotic rule. To be perfectly clear, you intend to kill me. Of course, I'm gonna murder you. I won't feel bad about it either, like the little girl I just murdered. Definitely feel bad about it. Yep, definitely not a soulless person here. No sirree, not a one. Nope. Seeing as I seriously doubt that anything short of taking your life would stop you? Yes. I see. I have faith in someone of your intellect will understand one day. Or maybe you already do. Talk about stubborn. I can't fault your dedication to your megalomaniac delusions.